Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to more WWE 2k16 Universe. My name is BrendenPlayz. This is Main Event and Smackdown. Just before the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view, we have a huge episode in store for you guys here today as we prepare for Hell in a Cell. We'll finalize the match card for Hell in a Cell, and we'll get ourselves prepared with some big matchups to get you guys excited and amped up and prepared for Hell in a Cell. But first, we have Goldust with R-Truth in his corner. He's been taking on Roman Reigns and Ryback. We'll see how the Golden Truth fare this time round. Curtis Axel goes one-on-one with Sami Zayn. The Social Outcasts will take on the Usos as well in tag team action. Social Outcasts are on a bit of a roll. We'll see how they go this week. Rusev gets prepared for Nakamura at Hell in a Cell. He'll be taking on Titus O'Neil one-on-one. Goldust versus Roman Reigns. Goldust, bit of an upset win there over Roman Reigns, so perhaps that's a bit of confidence builder for them. The Golden Truth heading in towards Hell in a Cell. A bit of a slip up from the former WWE champion. The veteran Goldust gets the win, a big win. Sami Zayn versus Curtis Axel. Sami Zayn flying under the radar, but getting some wins when he needs it. And we also have the Social Outcasts. They've done it again. That win over the Usos. They are on fire, aren't they? They are doing very well. And I honestly believe they could be the next team in line for a tag team title opportunity. Rusev picks up the win over Titus O'Neil as well. And here on SmackDown this week, I tell you what, we have a big match in store for you guys. As we know, Damien Sandow and Cactus Jack Mick Foley, they've been competing for quite some time now, trying to get themselves an opportunity at The Miz and Tyler Breeze, the A-listers. This week they have their chance. They'll take on the Wyatt Family. The winner will take on the A-listers for the tag team titles, the world tag titles, and Hell in a Cell. Neville, he prepares for his Hell in a Cell opponent Kalisto with a bit of a tune-up match against Sheamus. Speaking of Kalisto, he'll go one-on-one with the Big Show as well. That should be a good contest there indeed. And looking forward to seeing if Kalisto can knock off the Giant. Paige, she prepares for Charlotte. She'll be taking on Natalya. And notice Sasha Banks once again in her corner. And the Social Outcasts in action again this week. They'll take on the Dudley Boys. And the Undertaker versus Daniel Bryan. What a main event this is going to be. Daniel Bryan, Mr. Money to make the Undertaker the #1 contender for the World Heavyweight Championship. Bryan teasing the cash-in last week. Didn't happen. Undertaker stopped it. Will Bryan get some revenge this week on SmackDown? Sheamus, an upset over Neville there. So Neville, not what he would have wanted, that's for sure. Kalisto versus the Big Show. Not what Kalisto wanted either. So both men losing. Well, a bit of a hiccup just before Hell in a Cell. Big Show with the win. And we'll see. Oh, Natalya gets the win as well. So our champions, our contenders, all losing here today. And the Dudley Boys, they put away the Social Outcasts as well. We'll get ready for our #1 contenders match. And here comes the former tag team champions, the Wyatt Family. They will be taking on the team of Damien Sandow and Cactus Jack here tonight. The Wyatt Family looking to get their tag team titles back in their possession. They have been wanting them back for quite some time now. They haven't been able to get a hold of them since the Night of Champions pay-per-view. I'm sure they would have preferred a straight-up tag team title opportunity, but instead they have to re-earn their shot, which is a little unfair for the Wyatt Family, you have to admit. Looks a little odd without their tag titles, don't they? I mean, I'm so accustomed to seeing them as tag team champions, but let's be honest, I mean, look, the Wyatt Family have been slipping away. Just in recent times, Bray Wyatt struggling a little bit. Although Bray Wyatt, a bit of a coming out party against The Undertaker not long ago. Impressive. The Wyatt Family trying to make a bit of a statement, attacking The Undertaker as well. So they've been in amongst it. Now they come back, and they come back to try and get their tag team titles back. But they need to beat Damien Sandow and Cactus Jack here tonight to earn that opportunity. Many say that this is just a bit of a phase, a bit of a short-term stint, a one-shot deal only between Cactus and Sandow. It's not a long-term deal. Sandow just needed a partner. It didn't matter who it was. He needed someone to help him take down The Miz and Tyler Breeze for a bit of payback, bit of revenge. And Cactus Jack was the only guy willing to give Sandow a chance. Mick Foley coming out of retirement to help out Sandow. But as I just said, it looks as though this is only going to be a short-term deal. One shot might be the only time Sandow gets. The only chance he gets at The Miz. We'll see how he fares, though. If he can win here. And if he loses here tonight, maybe that's it. Maybe they call it quits. Maybe they don't try any longer. Maybe Sandow's chances at The Miz will all but be over. And you get the feeling if they lose here tonight, Sandow will make some kind of appearance in that tag team title match. Sandow will be definitely wanting to kind of remind The Miz who he's all about. The last 4 weeks, The Miz and Tyler Breeze have been keeping their distance from Sandow and Cactus Jack, as have Sandow and Jack. They've just kind of been doing their own thing, making sure that they're building as a team, getting a bit of experience, building the chemistry between one another, getting to know one another a little bit better. And as we know, the Wyatt family have been so destructive over the past number of years. You better be on your A game, otherwise the Wyatt family will put you down. So they better hope their experience has helped out. Cactus Jack coming for a bit of a helping hand. Here's Sandow. Rowan having none of it. Sandow though. Oh, Cactus Jack and Sandow double teaming here on the big man. Rowan bouncing off the announce table a number of times here. There's a third time. Falling on the announce table, and that's a neck breaker as well. Some good teamwork here by Cactus Jack and Damien Sandow. Rowan now trying to get back in the ring. He does. Beats the count. And Rowan, not the start he would have liked. Uh-oh. Sandow, though, countering. Had to counter there. He's in trouble. Sends him down. Luke Harper watching on. Two-time tag team champions, the Wyatt family, looking to try and make it a third time in Hell in a Cell. You know, you have to wonder how long it will take for Jack and Sandow to get things right. Obviously, The Miz and Tyler Breeze, they didn't take too long at all. They had a short-term stint winning the tag team titles, and now they're the top team in the division. I mean, is that just a chemistry thing? They kind of got along well, similar type of people, you know, just kind of connected well. I'm not sure. Whereas Sandow and Cactus Jack, well, they're not exactly built from the same mold, are they? Cactus Jack is a crazy guy. He likes to get a bit hardcore, likes to take a lot of risks. Sandow, a bit more of an intellect, picks and chooses his spots, you know, a bit more of a, you know, laid back, bit of a, you know, be a bit of a comedian sometimes, a bit of an entertainer. So, two different styles, two different personalities. You have to wonder if that can gel, if that can mesh together. And how long will it take for it to do so? Because you get the feeling Cactus Jack probably doesn't have all that long, especially if he keeps taking on big moves like that. Probably doesn't have all that much in the tank. So Sandow, if he's going to win these tag titles, if he's going to, you know, beat The Miz and Tyler Breeze, the A-listers, he's going to have to do it sooner rather than later. That means they need to win here tonight. Luke Harper, though, is absolutely manhandling Cactus Jack right now. Cactus back to his feet, though. And, oh, big uppercut. Down goes Foley. And Mick Foley, or Cactus Jack, whatever you want to call him. Mick Foley, he doesn't care. He's got about 1,000 names, whatever you want to call him. But sweeping Harper off his feet. Foley's certainly in a bit of trouble here. Foley's going to look for the tag. And that's the thing for Foley. He knows that, look, he's up there in age, doesn't have it, you know, have the ability that he might have had years ago. But he's in a tag team situation. If things get a little hard, he's running out of gas, he's kind of struggling a little bit, he can tag in his partner. And that's the beauty of the tag team division. It can kind of keep some, you know, keep some careers going a little bit if you're a tag team guy. Just kind of have the pressure be on your partner a little bit more. And, thump to the eye there by Sandow, raking them the eyes of Harper, and Harper's going to make him pay. And down he went with a suplex. Foley, though, not too phased, clapping Sandow along, trying to encourage him. Now Harper from behind. Look out. Hits the German suplex, and that was a harsh landing for Damien Sandow. Boom! Down goes the elbow. Now he's going to get him in the middle of the ring. And presses down on top of him. With a hand right in the jaw of Sandow as well. Trying to keep him down as whatever way he could possibly do so. Harper, though, going to look for the tag. Frequent tags has always been a specialty of the Wyatt family, and it's on show again here. Rowan now. Rowan might get caught in the corner here. Sandow can look for the tag. Rowan knew it was coming with a big boot right to the face. And a snapmare now. Sandow, here he comes! Big boot right to the face of Rowan. Sandow, he's going to look for the tag. Bring in Mick Foley. And Foley is back in. Foley now, from behind. Grabs that leg of Rowan, and down it goes. And that knee of Rowan could be in some trouble there if Foley can continue to work away on it. The A-listers watching on. The World Tag Team Champions face the winner of this tag team match. Will it be the Wyatt Family or will it be Cactus Jack and Sandow as Rowan's shoulder goes into the steel ring post? Mick Foley loves using whatever weapon he can. He's within the rulebook that time. And now continue to try and work away on the legs of Rowan, wrapping them around. That's gotta hurt Rowan. It's in a lot of pain right now. Foley, he knows he's got some damage dealt down to Rowan. Trying to keep Rowan off of his feet. It's not a bad strategy here from Foley. Try and keep him down. And a rake of the back there by Foley. Not sure that's going to be all that effective with the shirt on, but it's worth a shot. Bit of an old school move there by Foley. Maybe a little bit too old school for his own good. Now Rowan off the top, double axe handle. Now Foley's in some trouble. Rowan, he knows that he needs to get the hell out of there, bringing his tag team partner, and he does. Harper's in. And now Foley into the corner. Foley reversing. Harper reversing himself with the elbow. Connecting there on the jaw of Foley. Harper has him against the ropes. This is not good. Not good for Foley. Here comes Harper. Picks him up. Uh-oh. Counted into a DDT. Mick Foley now, the veteran, has a chance here to beat Luke Harper. A shot to the midsection. Mick Foley now lights him up for the big knee to the corner. Foley to beat Harper and get the opportunity at the tag team titles. It's not going to happen though. And now more fingers in the eye. Foley's not afraid to break some rules. The referee is happy to bend the rules a little bit for the veteran. Now Foley will bring in Sandow. Damien Sandow. Can he put this away? Foley has set it up. Sandow's got to finish it. This is all about the teamwork here. Sandow, big shot to the midsection. Now, face first. Bouncing off the mat is Harper. Sandow, face first again. That head plummeting into the mat, and Sandow's got him, has he? Foley's coming, but Rowan just manages to break it up just in the nick of time. Keep this one alive. More shots there to Harper. Sandow now. He might be looking to add insult to injury. Sandow turns him around. I hope you're watching, Miz. The skull-crushing finale. The Miz's own move used against him to take on his team at Hell in a Cell. Well, there you have it. Sandow and Mick Foley are your new #1 contenders for the World Tag Team titles. They have done it here tonight on SmackDown. What a hellacious effort. And here is the match that we will see at Hell in a Cell. The Miz, Tyler Breeze versus Sandow and Foley. Sandow wants revenge, wants a bit of retribution after the attack that The Miz and Tyler Breeze has given him over the past few weeks. Will he get it? He's got some help now, and Mick Foley will need all the help that he can get to beat the A-listers. But it's a step in the right direction. Is this a one-shot only deal? Is this his one and only chance of revenge? We'll find out at Hell in a Cell. Can he get the revenge he's looking for? Can he stop the A-listers in their tracks? Hell in a Cell will be a big, big event. No doubt about that. And watching some of the final highlights here. So Sandow, happy to use the Miz's own finishing maneuver to put Harper away. There it was. He's used it a few times. He's even dressed up as the Miz, mocking him. And that to me was just the ultimate, just the ultimate sign, the ultimate signal, just the ultimate message to the Miz that he and Foley are ready. They're coming for him. And even if he has to use his own move against him to pick up the win, then he will. What a win here for Cactus Jack and Damien Sandow. They'll take on the A-listers at Hell in a Cell. Well, Can the experience of Foley help guide Sandow to a win? We'll find out at Hell in a Cell. What a main event we have for you right now here on SmackDown in our go-home show for SmackDown before the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. The Dead Man is back in action, continuing to try and prove he's ready for Kevin Owens, and he'll have to be ready because at Hell in a Cell, Kevin Owens meets The Undertaker one-on-one for the World Heavyweight Championship. Not just a standard match, not just a regular match. It is going to be a Hell in a Cell match. The Dead Man, it is his yard. SmackDown has been Owens' yard for months and months and months. The world title is the Kevin Owens title. Can he hang on to it? We'll find out at Hell in a Cell what a match it's going to be. But the added dynamic that we now realize last week is a little man known as Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan, the underdog, the technical master. He can do it all in the ring. But when it comes to size, when it comes to power, when it comes to strength, The Undertaker truly has all of those attributes. Kevin Owens has the sneaky, sly ability to do and get whatever the hell he wants. And he has the ability just to outlast anyone. But Daniel Bryan has the ability to out-wrestle anyone. Tonight he'll take on The Undertaker. And Daniel Bryan would love to send a message to not only The Undertaker, but to Kevin Owens. Whoever wins that Hell in a Cell match, Daniel Bryan has pretty much promised that he's going to be right there to cash in and take it from them. Bryan wants the championship. He has yet to become a world champion in the many years of Universe Mo. Bryan has been trying and trying and trying. You cannot believe how much this guy has tried to get that gold. He'll finally have a chance whenever he wants because he is the money in the bank holder. Yes, I know he doesn't come out with the briefcase, but he has the briefcase. Trust me, I know. He's got it at home. He might have it in the back. I don't know where it is, but he's got it, and he's going to cash it in when he needs to for the World Championship. Undertaker versus Daniel Bryan. This one's underway. What a classic match this is going to be. The Dead Man and Daniel Bryan. Undertaker getting the better of Bryan to start this one off. So it was last week where we had a matchup, the tag team match, the six-man tag, and it was the Undertaker's team able to get the win. It was Daniel Bryan who teamed up with the Undertaker with Triple H to take on the Wyatts and Kevin Owens. And on that occasion, it was actually the Undertaker, Bryan, and Triple H who got the win. And it was a great win indeed. There's no doubt about that. It was impressive. Undertaker looking good again. Bryan looking good again. And after the match, Daniel Bryan thought, you know what? Kevin Owens, let's see what happens. Undertaker and Kevin Owens, they had a bit of a battle back and forth. Choke slams went down. Tombstones happened. Kevin Owens got laid out by the Dead Man. Not for the first time, that is for sure. But he got taken out by the Undertaker. Bryan thought, hey, this is the perfect time. Let's cash in. But Undertaker did not leave the ring. Undertaker stood there as Bryan attempted to cash in. Did not cash in successfully because the Undertaker said, what the hell are you trying to do? Get out of my ring. I'm still here. I'm celebrating. I just took out Kevin Owens. You know, this is my time. Bryan tried to take the opportunity, tried to take that spotlight away from the Undertaker and tried to take the moment away from the Dead Man, who was just had a big moment, just took out Kevin Owens. Bryan tried to swoop in and take away the World Championship, which is the title that the Undertaker wants. Undertaker just doesn't want to be World Champion. He wants to be the one to beat Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens has been parading around for 6 months saying that SmackDown is his brand. He is the Kevin Owens. This is the Kevin Owens show. This is his show. He's the champion. He's the best in the world. Undertaker wants to beat Kevin Owens. He doesn't want to beat Daniel Bryan for the World Championship. He wants to beat Kevin Owens for the World Championship. So he's just making sure that the prize fighter still has the prize when it comes to the fight at Hell in a Cell. So Undertaker, well, he made sure Bryan did not cash in. Those two went back and forth. Bryan taken over the top of the rope by the Undertaker. And that leads us to the confrontation, here tonight. These two, they need to fight. They need to get it on. They need to kind of settle the score. Get their differences, put it out of the way. Get it out of the way and sort this out as Undertaker tosses Bryan down. Follows it up with a few stomps as well. So Undertaker and Bryan, they got to sort this out because obviously Daniel Bryan has made his intentions known. And if the Undertaker wins at Hell in a Cell, well, Undertaker could be the one to be cashed in on by Daniel Bryan. So will the Undertaker exactly be thrilled about that? No. So Undertaker would love the chance to kind of get in here with Daniel Bryan, trying to kind of locate a few weaknesses of Bryan, trying to find a few different ways perhaps to beat him, and that was an absolute beautiful tornado DDT off the top. I mean, Bryan he connected out with a lot of force there. The dead man, I'm surprised he hasn't suffered some kind of concussion. Speaking of concussion, boom! Choke slam, landing on the back of the head. Bryan is taken down. Daniel Bryan, though, grabs the ropes, and the referee, for the first time in his life, has seen a rope break, and Bryan survives. That is a risky move. You're better off trying to somehow kick out than grab the ropes. But that time it paid off for Bryan. The referee realized that Bryan had the ropes after the chokeslam, and this match continues. Undertaker now has a hold of Bryan. Look at the size difference between these two. That's what Bryan is having to try and deal with here tonight. Connected there with the suplex to the Undertaker. Bryan, though, was looking good. The tornado DDT, then straight away put back down in his place by the dead man with that chokeslam. Bryan now finds himself in a spot of bother. Has to try and work his way back into it. There's a suplex by Bryan. So despite this size difference, Bryan's still able to hit pretty much any move he wants against the Undertaker. And now Bryan. Here's one of his signature kicks to the chest. The crowd counting along. 7 kicks there. Looking for number 8 right to the side of the face. The Undertaker in trouble. Bryan trying to move some dead weight into the middle of the ring. He'll hook that right leg and try and put the Undertaker away. The former world champion in trouble. He'll kick out. And yes, Undertaker, multiple-time world champion here in Universe mode. Last year, holding the championship as a Hell in a Cell. He had an opportunity at the world title as well. It was Chris Jericho versus The Undertaker one-on-one in a Hell in a Cell match that occasion. So The Undertaker has made a big impact around about this time of the year. Undertaker, though, clotheslining Bryan to the outside. The dead man flying over the top rope. What about that? The Undertaker risking it all. And even though he's a veteran himself, he still got it. Undertaker proving that he can do it all. Age is just a number. The Undertaker flying over the top, but Bryan trying to fight back. Bryan spinning Taker around to the outside. Jeez, he's close to hitting that announce table as well. That would not be good. And now Bryan could be a little bit dizzy after spinning around. The Undertaker taken down. Jeez, Undertaker flying over the top of the rope, risking it all. That is a huge risk, just days away from Hell in a Cell. That could have been very ugly for The Undertaker if he hadn't missed. Could have crashed and burned, and his chances at Kevin Owens would have all but been gone. Undertaker just manages to get back in the ring, breaking the count. Taker, though, he wants some revenge after what Daniel Bryan just did, just spinning him around. Taker, though, has looked good. A choke slam. A dive over the top of the rope. Undertaker, you have to say, he's in top form at the moment. He's been trying to prove that over the last month, that he's ready for Kevin Owens. And you have to say, from this performance alone, he is absolutely ready. Beating Triple H, beating Bray Wyatt, winning the six-man tag team match. If he beats Bryan here tonight, Kevin Owens, you have to be wondering, is he nervous? You'd have to be nervous. I mean, you can't verse The Undertaker and watch him do what he's done the last few weeks and not be worried. Undertaker looking for a bit of an old school maneuver here, and he connects there. The shot to the back of Bryan. A chance now for The Undertaker to capitalize. He'll try and do so. Hooks that leg of Daniel Bryan. Now the pressure reversed back onto Bryan. He'll kick out. Daniel Bryan trying to hang in there with one of the very best. It's been tough for Bryan thus far. Undertaker in control. But you have to say, the longer the match goes, the more it's going to favour Daniel Bryan. The same for Kevin Owens at Hell in a Cell. The longer the match goes, the longer it will favour the opponent. The Undertaker probably does not have much left to try and go for a big 20-minute battle, especially in Hell in a Cell. Taker will have to try and work on his pacing, try and make sure that it's slowed down to where he wants it. The more methodical style of The Undertaker. Taker, though, he's been risking it all here again. He's going to do it again with a superplex off the top. Now, hooking the leg once again, trying to put Bryan away. Is this enough? No! Daniel Bryan with the shoulders up, kicking out. But Undertaker, geez, he's doing it all here tonight. Suplexes, dives. He is really trying to impress us, but is he giving away too much before the pay-per-view? Is he doing all the tricks in the book? Has he used all these cards already before the big main event at Hell in a Cell? Taker, though, look out with a sidewalk slam. Undertaker needs to try and get up, try and get towards Bryan, try and look for a cover. Going to try and use the ropes, perhaps? No. Back to his feet. We've seen with Kevin Owens, the longer the match goes, the more it favours him, because he is so difficult to beat. Undertaker's going to have to try and find a way to beat him very quickly. Bryan, though, in trouble. Daniel Bryan, tombstone, pile driver, but is his foot underneath the rope? That might be the only thing saving him. Yes, I think it was. I think some of the boot might have just been under the rope. The referee calling for the break. And Bryan stays in it somehow. The ropes have been very friendly to him here tonight. The Undertaker can't believe it. He thought he had this match won. Bryan now looking for the yes lock. Will the Undertaker tap out? Will the dead man tap? Bryan has got it locked in. Undertaker never taps out. And he's not going to do it again here. Taker not happy about that. Going to pick up Bryan. And look out with a fall-away slam. And Undertaker signaling the end. Cutting the throat. He wants to end Bryan right here. Finish this off right now. He needs the early mark. He's been going for a while here against Bryan. The longer this match goes, the more it's going to favour Kevin Owens at the pay-per-view. Taker with a big splash. Uh-oh, look out. Bit of snake eyes. And here comes the big boot. And dropping the leg as well. Now that is what they call vintage Undertaker. Bringing out the patented moves he's done for years and years and years. And speaking of moves he's done for years, the last ride. There's no ropes to help now. Bryan is gone. No! Daniel Bryan kicks out at 2. Well, no ropes to save him this time. And somehow Bryan keeps this one alive. Well, this is the perfect warm-up for The Undertaker. Kevin Owens is someone who will kick out and kick out and kick out. Bryan is doing that right here. This is the ultimate test here for the dead man. Bryan now in trouble again. Another tombstone. No. Bryan, wait a second. A tombstone on The Undertaker. Bryan countering. Bryan with the tombstone. Oh my God, he's going to beat him with his own move. No, The Undertaker managing to kick out. Bryan nearly beating the dead man with a tombstone pile driver. I'm surprised he even got him up. But he did. And it almost granted him the victory. Undertaker now just trying to rest up here. Just trying to put some pressure on Bryan. Give himself a chance at a bit of a breather. Almost getting beaten there. He needs to try and regroup. Figure out where the hell he is. Bryan is testing his absolute limit right now. He is doing everything he can to put Undertaker away. He is on fire. Undertaker's on fire as well. It's making for a hellacious matchup between the two right now. Spinning the Undertaker around. Bryan looking to the corner, perhaps looking for that running knee. Instead, wants the Undertaker up. Taker's getting to his feet slowly. Bryan, went for a... Might have went for the yes lock. Taker with a counter. And Taker, though, again, another tombstone, but he's close to the ropes. Close to the ropes again, surely. Another rope break. I think that's under the rope right there. That right boot, as you can see, and the referee has called it. So yet again, another tombstone, and the Undertaker just had nothing left to position Bryan in the right direction. Now the bridge. Taker in trouble. Both shoulders down. Gets the right shoulder up. Well, Undertaker should have had this match won. The choke slam earlier on. 2 tombstone pile drivers. But Undertaker just can't get the positioning right. And it's going to cost him in Hell in a Cell, no doubt about that. Here comes Bryan. Flipping over the top of Undertaker. Ducked under the clothesline. Bryan launches himself and connects with the elbow. And now, heading to the top. We know what's coming next. He's going to look for the flying headbutt. Here it comes. Yes, connects. Onto the chest of the Undertaker. Bryan to beat the dead man. What an upset this would be here tonight. No. Bryan thought maybe, just maybe, that was going to be enough. Undertaker kicks out. Bryan has not got this one yet. Undertaker has not got this one yet. It's anyone's match. Undertaker looking a bit more snake eyes. Bouncing off the top and a big boot to follow. Undertaker in control. Bryan dragged to the middle of the ring. Undertaker now. Another knee right to the head. Nothing pretty about that from the dead man, but it's effective. Maybe Bryan knocked out cold here by that knee. Undertaker looking for the win. Bryan kicks out at 2 again, and this match rolls on. Bryan just... Can he somehow survive this onslaught? Undertaker is giving him literally everything he has got. But it's still not enough to beat Bryan here. Undertaker making mistakes. But you have to kind of, congratulate him. You have to praise him because he has done so well. He has found these moves and connected with these moves. If the next time round he connects these moves, connects the choke slam, then the tombstone, but gets the ring positioning right, it's all over. Undertaker just has to try and dig deep, find some energy to kind of turn around and get the tombstone in the right spot, away from those ropes. And if he had done that, he would have won with that first tombstone. That would have been it. But because he hasn't been able to, this match continues. Now Bryan has him in the yes lock again. Undertaker getting close to the ropes, dragging himself there. Those long arms, they'll be able to reach out. But Bryan, happy to let go. He's happy with what he's done there to the Undertaker. Has the damage been done? Taker now picks up Bryan and just scoop slams him down. You can see Undertaker just not much power in that. He's going to need some power now. Grabs him by the throat. Choke slam. And even that time, I didn't think he got all of it. Could have been more power in that. Bryan grabbing the rope again. Undertaker looking back and he just can't believe himself. He is frustrated with himself yet again. Another mistake. Undertaker has got not much left in the tank at all. He needs to finish this match right now. The tombstone, you can see it barely gets him up. Bryan countering again. He's going to look for another tombstone of his own. He's got it. But the boot is under the rope himself. The rope break surely will be called. And it is. Bryan with another tombstone on the Undertaker himself. These two have put on a great performance. Who is going to give first? Well, who can get the finishing move in the middle of the ring first? Bryan spinning the Undertaker down. That's not going to help the Undertaker out at all. Taker struggling. Not much left in the tank. You can visibly see that he's struggling. The power in his moves isn't there as it used to be in the early stages of this one. Now the yes lock in again for the third time. Will this beat the Undertaker now? Taker crawling to the ropes. Bryan can't make Taker tap. Undertaker's a guy who will not tap out no matter how hard you try. Bryan knows that, but he's trying to use it as a way to try and make the Undertaker pass out or inflict some strong damage to the face of the Undertaker. Taker with a near fall there. Count of 2.5. Bryan, the Taker, both men struggling to get to their feet. Not much energy left. Taker now has Bryan in the corner. Taker looking for some snake eyes again. No. Decides to try and hang Bryan up on the top of the rope. And now he's got him right where he wants him. Now the boot into the throat and the face, kind of rubbing it against the face of Bryan. Undertaker now rolls Bryan over. No, countering. Does Daniel Bryan. Missed the money in the bank. A win here tonight will give Bryan the confidence that no matter who he cashes in on, he can beat. He's beaten Kevin Owens in the past. He beats the Undertaker here tonight. Bryan will get the feeling that this could be the night. Hell in a Cell might be the right moment, no matter who wins that match. The right moment to strike, the right moment to cash in. But he needs that win over the Undertaker. Otherwise, he might second guess himself. Taker kicks out at 2. Taker has that ability. Can hit that choke slam, just grab a hold of your throat, pick you up and slam you down whenever he pleases. That's the worry. Kevin Owens can pick you up in the air and toss you down for that pop-up powerbomb. Make it strike. Bryan has to be careful of that. Bryan, make the plunge. Really cash in. That's a big, big risk. You only get one shot, one chance. Once you've cashed in, that's it. And Undertaker now going to try and cash in here on Bryan. Finally, another last ride. No, Undertaker now, he knows that he wasn't near the ropes, but he's just making sure. Drags him into the middle of the ring. The last ride for Daniel Bryan here on SmackDown tonight. The dead man survives. You talk about a performance, you talk about a win. There is no better win the Undertaker could have here tonight. Sure, he made some mistakes. Bryan was as good as ever. The top 2 contenders here on SmackDown, putting on a classic here tonight. The Undertaker survives. Bryan, will he still cash in? Is he second guessing himself? The Undertaker surviving everything he threw at him. Tombstones even. Yes locks, would not tap. Those strikes, those kicks, not enough to keep the Undertaker down for 3. Undertaker, tombstone after tombstone, choke slams, last rides, you name it. Taker brought it all. Flew over the top of the rope. Snake eyes, old school, he had it all tonight. Bryan just would not quit, would not go down. Undertaker had to go through a war here tonight to win, and he will go through a war against Kevin Owens at Hell in a Cell, going live on BrendenPlayz July 23rd, Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Do not miss it, ladies and gentlemen. It is going to be one of the biggest pay-per-views in WWE 2k16 history. It is going to be huge. Undertaker, Kevin Owens will main event the show. Do not miss it. It will be one hell of a match. No pun intended, but I tell you what, that cell is going to make for a very, very interesting dynamic. Kevin Owens, he watched on in the back. He knows that Undertaker is now ready. Do you think The Undertaker will beat Kevin Owens? Let me know in the comment section down below. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us again for another Universe Mode. Make sure you smash the like button. Let's try and hit something big. Let's try for 300 likes. I know it's a big, big goal. Let's try and get 300 likes. We get 300 likes, we'll get NXT out. We'll get Hell in a Cell ready to go. Ladies and gentlemen, subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure you do not miss Hell in a Cell. Saturday, July 23rd on BrendenPlayz. Do not miss it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much again for joining us, and I'll see you all next video.